What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again, and I just got back from LA Fan Festa. Rachel, my wife, and I almost called her my fiance. We are now married. Finally got back at about 3 in the morning this morning. So, you know, I'm kind of still recovering from everything. I had a blast. I loved meeting everybody. And in this video, we're going to go over everything that happened at Fan Festa and then my own personal experiences with it. So let's move on to the first event that happened. That was the FFBE Quiz. So, with the FFBE Quiz, I think you guys may have remembered it from the other Fan Festas. You guys got to answer questions, the whole crowd that was there, and they were going to win everybody who wasn't there prizes. And if you got to be on the stage, if you got to be the final contestant, you got to win also prizes too. Depending on how many people we kept on stage is how many summoning tickets. I think it's the EX summon tickets, 3-star summon tickets we would give out. You guys ended up with 12. It was awesome, but it did work a bit different than it worked in New York. In New York, we had like everybody moving back and forth and like trying to get to different sections. It'd be like A over here, B over here, C over here. And it was like a stampede, and so people really couldn't move around to see where they were going to go. So they moved to more of these like little flyers you would hold up, like A, B, or C, or D. And then it was kind of like a no cheating. If you got it wrong, you kind of had to sit down and like put your paper down. And I just want to say mad respect to you guys, because I didn't see anybody, like a lot of people out there cheating at all. So that was awesome. The questions kept getting harder from like what continent. One of the first question was like, what continent is this? And it showed like, you know, the map where you click on. And then it went to, you know, what version of X-Death is this? To whose 6-star materials are these? It ended up being Titus. And then finally, the final question that was asked was, once we had the people up on stage, was who was taller, Dark Fina or Fujimoto-san? And then we had we had 13 players on stage after the Titus question, and then everyone got it right but one person, and I know that, dude. I'm so sorry that you, I think you were trying to be our savior and at least have one person stay. So, but congratulations to the other 12. The FFBE quiz is always fun to see, like, how smart you guys are. I don't know how you guys know some of this stuff, because I definitely don't know it. So you guys are really good at trivia, so that was really fun there. So another event we had where we played with players and, like, had the players come on stage was called Brave Exvius. And Francis, my friend from Square Enix, came up with that, Brave Exvius. And essentially what we would do is, they call it like telephone Pictionary, where I would tell, like, Charlie starts it off here if you can see her, and I would tell her a character, and then she would have 20 seconds to draw the character. It's from Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, or Final Fantasy in general, would draw the character. And then the next one being Hirono-san, the Japanese producer here, would be able to look at it for 5 seconds, then she would hide it, then he would draw so forth and so on, all the way to the end, and then one of the people in the crowd had to guess what they drew. And you guys did an amazing job. The drawings ended up being super funny. You can kind of see them going here, and I'm showing some more pictures. And then, finally, we were down to the last drawing. We're supposed to do 3 of them, and then they sat me down in the front chair, and that was a mistake. And they show me the picture I'm supposed to draw, and it was Dark Veritas, and I thought, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So I drew it, and I'm not gonna reveal it just yet, but for the people that would, they know. And then I knew I'd messed up, because when I show it to Hirono-san, he was in chair 2, he starts drawing this. And then they all draw this, and it is a gill snapper, and for some reason, okay, I'll reveal the picture. This is how I drew Dark Veritas, and I know you may be asking, why does he have abs? I was trying to draw armor, okay? I didn't know exactly how to draw Dark Veritas. I should have drawn the horns. I tried to do that with, like, the armor headpiece back, but I'm no artiste by any means. I'm very bad compared to them, but thank goodness Fujimoto-san and Hirono-san thought it was so funny, and they didn't want me to get mugged when I walked outside, and you guys missed out on this, I think it was 2 4-star guaranteed tickets, so I almost messed that up for you guys, but they were nice enough, and it was a Festa. They just gave it to everybody, so that was really fun. But honestly, this was really fun, and I'm glad I'm not going to be murdered for you guys not getting those tickets. So another cool thing we did with the fans, we just had all the cosplayers come up on stage, because we thought it was really cool in New York to see all of them, and we wanted everybody to see them, and maybe we gave them a little bit of a rewards when they came up. It was a cool little, like, FFBE folder that was, like, see-through, which is really awesome. I don't have one. I didn't get one, but yeah. And you see here we have 2 of the Square Enix staffs dressed as Rain and Fina. I do believe the Fina actually designed both the costumes, or at least she said she did one, so I'm assuming she did the other, and they looked fantastic. And then we're looking over here through all the costumes. You may see the bear there. That is actually the Tabby suit. It's like a cat suit, actually. I thought it was a bear at first. And you can see, like, Zahn's TM, that little bear that's in his thing. What he was going for was Snow's best in slot look. So that's what it would look like if Snow was best in slot build. I thought that was hilarious. And you go down the way, you see all kinds of different costumes, different cool things people made. You can see the Santa Rosalia, which I'll show you a bigger picture. Shout out to Dyer in the background there. It is amazing what she did with that costume and everybody else. We see a Black Cat lid at the end. And, you know, thank you guys so much for loving the game. And then just, I wish I could cosplay. I gotta get good at that stuff, because that was amazing to see. And you know, congratulations on all your awesome costumes. A new section we got to do, which I was blindsided, was we were going to test the power of the rainbow jacket. And essentially, Hiroki here, Fujimoto-san, told us how to, you know, get the rainbow jacket's power. You have to clear your mind, make sure your MP is up, envision the rainbow crystal coming down, envision the character you want to come out of it, and then use the power. And what happened was, as you can see here, we had 10 players come up on stage. Fujimoto-san would summon for them. We were trying to get a rainbow. Strangely enough, we didn't get any rainbows. I mean, 3%, you know, where you at? But it was still in a lot of good fun. Everybody up there got a got all of the FanFesta t-shirts out of all of them. So they including the one they got there, they got a bunch of them as they went on. And so it was really fun, and it really let the players interact with Fujimoto-san. A lot of people wanted Fujimoto-san to be pulling for them anyway, so they added that to the show, and I thought it was a nice, like, fun little thing we could do. But sadly, we did not get the rainbow jacket to work on stage. And we ended up giving out 500 lapis, that way that the people who on stage we were only going to do a single pull, but if they wanted, we could do the 11 pull, or Fujimoto-san would do for them. But we gave the 500 lapis back, because I guess, you know, we couldn't just auto-load it into the account, so that's how they ended up doing it. And then another event we had was, if you guys remember from New York, it was us, Shali, and I, and the producers versus the players. And you remember I was pulling out the tissues and everything. Well, they kind of learned that I wiped my face off, and, you know, Shali and I took it a little easy, because if we won, you guys lost, and we lost really when we got home and didn't have the reward. So they put us on your team this time, and as you can see here, the first event I had to do charades with a player, and he had to guess what I was doing. I think it was, you know, I think the first one was Chocobo, which was pretty easy, and then one of them was Metal Gigantoire, one of them was Dual Wield, and then one of them was Crystal and Moogle. We didn't get the Crystal and Moogle one. We tried real hard, but we did get to 3. And then you can see Hirono-san and Fujimoto-san had to do it. And they had to do, they had some hard ones. They had like rainbow, crystal and stop. Or no, they had petrify and stone. And then they had all kinds of other stuff that was hard. But they ended up getting to 3 also. They almost beat us, and then in a tie, they allowed us to win, thank goodness. Again, I almost failed you guys. I did my best, like Cactuar impression and stuff, and my Moogle impression, but I guess it wasn't good enough to beat them. And then the next one was a marshmallow toss race. So essentially, producers versus the player, and Shali. Shali would throw the marshmallows into the player's mouth, and the marshmallows were much smaller for the players than the producers to make it a little bit more, you know, swayed in our side, which was really cool. And if you got 3 marshmallows in your player's mouth, the person throwing the marshmallows would jump into the Earth Shrine Exploration, and the first to finish it would win. And so Shali just nailed them, and the player was amazing, could catch them very easily. He said he was also a Mountaineer, so I don't know if you're watching this video, but let's go Mountaineers. And he did very well. You can see he's super excited in the picture behind me. They crushed it. We crushed them. We finished that dungeon so fast. I don't even know how many, like, random events she ran into, but it wasn't very many. But that was an extremely fun and exciting part of the show. And it always is when we get to have players up there. And the producers are just so bubbly and fun to hang out with that it makes it even better. And one of the final things they did, and you can see this goofy picture of me, and we'll explain that in a second, was the raffle. Essentially, last time in New York, you had to take a little card and put it on your phone, and if it turned into a rainbow, you got to come on stage, and you got like a rainbow jacket, you got an art book, you got all kinds of goodies. It was like a raffle. I think we had like 10 or 12 people win it. I can't remember the exact amount. Well, here in Los Angeles, you would look at your card, and just in case they wanted to change it, just in case your phone wasn't really working, or you didn't even bring your phone, if your card had a rainbow Moogle jacket on, like the Moogle had a rainbow jacket on, that is how you would know that you were a winner. You came up on stage, and look at this, guys. Literally, it's a special edition Amazon Kindle. Okay, so a tablet they gave away. It has Final Fantasy Brave Exvius on the back. The producers signed it. I do believe the producers signed all the art books that came with this too. So if you won, you know, in LA, you got some really awesome stuff. So they did that. And then also the card that you got, if you went to a certain URL that was in your swag bag and you put the card on, it would play the Cloud video that they showed for the release of Cloud we talked about earlier. So it was pretty neat stuff. And I swear this wasn't in the script, and it actually shocked me, and I'm still so excited. And that's why this goofy picture is here, and you'll see another one in a minute. I was queuing on to go to the next part of the thing. I was like, okay, let's move on to this part of the production, and Fujimoto-san stopped me, and he was like, Claic, do you really want a cloud? I heard you really want a cloud. And I was like, of course I really want a cloud. He's like, okay, I'm going to help you try to get a cloud. Are you sure you want one? I was like, yes. And then he pulled the rainbow jacket out and said, this is for you. Guys, it They didn't tell me that. It wasn't in the script. No one told me that was happening. I really wanted one. Like, they never gave me one in New York. I never got one ever since I come here for E3, TwitchCon, nothing. And then they give me it, and it was literally... This is obviously milking it a little bit, you know what I mean? Because I'm, you know how I get. But, like, I was like a kid in a candy shop. I was super happy. I didn't think I was going to be able to get one, and they gave me one as a special surprise on stage. And I want to thank Fujimoto-san, the Square Enix staff, Shali, Hirono-san, everybody for doing that for me, because it was really special. And a lot of people thought it was like rigged or whatever, you know, planned, but it was not planned at all. So I thought that was really awesome. Something you guys are probably all wanting me to talk about was the actual new news that we released. We released kind of a lot of news. A lot of stuff we knew was coming and a couple things we didn't. First off, we revealed the new trial boss coming out, Glacial. I don't know why I can't say ice monster horse thing. So essentially, let's go over what I talked about there and what they gave me information on. This is an ice boss, obviously, so you want to take, you know, some ice resist, put up your wind resist too. It does do ice and wind damage. Apparently, it has a preemptive attack from what I've been reading. That could be true or false. I've been looking over Reddit over the past few days while I was on the airplane coming home. But you do get the Frozen Crown. The Frozen Crown's really awesome. It gives you 500 HP flat stat, some defense, some spirit, and some ice resist. The 500 HP is just so good. Plus the high spirit stat on there. I mean, it's very, very good. You want to get a hold of it. The mechanics of the boss that I know of that they told me about here, I haven't looked up the JP version yet, is that it heals every 3 turns. So it's kind of like a damage dealing race where you need to do as much damage as you can to it. And we can do that in 3 turns with doing fire damage, because it is weak to fire damage, and it is a bird, so bird killers are going to work. So things like Titus, or Titus has it innately, or I think the Tetraselphid, the Esper also has the bird killer on, or you could just use Waka, I guess. I mean, he's not going to do anything, but hey, he's got a lot of bird killer build on him, and we want to do fire chaining to it. We want to do a lot of damage, so maybe put the Vargas TM in Titus's hand and go to ham on him. But we do need to do as much damage as we can in 3 turns, because it's going to heal itself up. You got to do more damage than it does, or you're just going to end up losing out. Next, we announced the new holiday banner, the Christmas banner, which was really awesome. We had a White Witch in the middle here, a 5-star base. Then we had a, you know, this little girl with the snowman over here, another 5-star base. So that's right, guys, we're going to have 2 5-star bases, you know, on this banner, which is kind of scary in a way. But that's how it's just been in JP for a while, from what I understand. And with the rainbow increase, I guess this is what we're going to be seeing. Rainbow rate increase. So there's going to be that. And then we have the 3-star base over there. I think she's an upgraded friend point summon. I'm not sure. She kind of looks like that. But essentially the one in the middle there, the White Witch, she's going to be using her cauldron to debuff the enemy. So the way they described to me, the information they gave to me about her was that she's a supportive unit that also debuffs and can do a little bit of damage. And they try to compare her to Noctis, you know, whereas Noctis has a lot of supportive abilities, but also can deal damage. So I guess look forward to her. And then the little girl with the snowman, little snow bear, I guess it's not really a man, is a damage dealing unit. So it's gonna be your damage dealing unit. They couldn't give me exactly what her frame data was because I asked for that. However, she is gonna do ice element. She's gonna be able to ice elemental chain. So I was thinking maybe something with Fravia, because Fravia imperils. I don't know if this new unit is gonna imperil, or Duke can also help her out, the Duke that just came out. And then they announced the collaboration that is behind me right now, the King's Knight collaboration. Honestly, I only know King's Knight from Final Fantasy 15, and then when Square Enix released the mobile game King's Knight, from that, but apparently it was one of Square's oldest games in the 80s. It was one of their original games, so you guys out there maybe know it a lot better than I do. I know a lot of people were making fun of me, but the only information they gave me were the names of the units and what they kind of do. They didn't give me any of the skill things I asked. They were like, sorry, we can't give you anything. So we talked about Ray Jack. We talked about the mage there, the old Mandu right there. We talked about Barusa, which is the you know, dinosaur looking guy with like the unicorn thing on his head. Like, again, I don't know anything about these guys. And then I think the other guy's name was Toby. He's going to be a thief. You know what I mean? So again, what they told me was you can kind of build a party out of them, so I kind of went with that. Whereas Rayjack could be your physical damage dealer, tanky kind of unit. Then you have like a support unit. Maybe Barusa is the support unit. I don't really know how Barusa worked in the original game. And then you have the old man who rivals old Mandu now as being the oldest in the game, oldest looking. He's going to be able to do your mage. And then Toby's going to be like your physical damage, like kind of supporty, stealthy character, I guess. So that's all they gave us on this, guys. I don't know who's 5-star, who's 3-star. I don't even know any of their abilities. They wouldn't tell us anything like that, so that they gave us that. And then they decided, hey, we're gonna go ahead and show you something really big. and then they showed us the trailer for Cloud. Everybody in this in the arena just erupted. I was super excited. I got chill bumps watching this trailer. You guys are seeing right now a little bit of it, and it was just phenomenal. And then they said Cloud's coming out. So let's go over Cloud a little bit, and then I'm gonna have a banner review coming out. Cloud is gonna be on another banner that has 2 5-stars on it. So that's the first thing you need to know. Another thing you might not know is that the TMs on this banner are badonkadonk. They're crazy, all right? So there's going to be a 3-star, a 4-star, and 2 5-stars. It's releasing a whole new kind of way to build units, and it's going to be very important with fixed dice. It's called True Double Hand, which essentially means normally double hand, you had to dual wield or double hand like a one-handed weapon, and 2-handed weapons you couldn't use double hand on. Well, now True Double Hand is here. They call it something different here, and global, but essentially that's what these TMs are. Cloud has one that gives you 100%, and then we have Ifrit, I think is her name, on the banner. She has an accessory. Cloud is a TM, and then Ifrit has an accessory that gives you 50%, and then also gives you attack 40, a flat base. And what these double hand things do is they increase the flat attack stats that are on your equipment. So by 100% or 50%, depending on the TM. So that's how we're going to build Cloud up, guys. Cloud is a finisher through and through, and it's all through his limit burst, which I do believe is Omni Slash. It better be Omni Slash, and it's pretty dang good. I think it's like over 20 times. Like the problem with Cloud is, again, I don't want to get too much into it. He's very cool looking first off in the game. I'm very excited about Final Fantasy 7. The problem with Cloud is he doesn't have a way to put elements onto his attacks in his own kits, which stops him because a lot of the double-handed weapons are elementless. So essentially what we're looking for, like fixed dice, for example, what we would hope with his character is he could throw an element or his attack would do elemental damage, but it doesn't. So you can build him using just normal great swords and things like that, but we'll get all of that in the Cloud banner. He is actually... This banner that's coming out with Cloud is literally a must pull, in my opinion. Not just for Cloud, but the TMs are amazing. The problem is you're going to want 2 5-stars, 2 of the Ifrits or Elfrits, however you say her name. I haven't really looked into it too much. I think she's a girl on the banner with the long hair. The 5-star next to Cloud. And then Cloud, you're going to want 1 of at least, because it doesn't stack in global. You can only use 1 of his on each character. So that's how you're going to build up, because there are people like Titus out there that are going to want to be using this. I don't want to go too much into that, but that was the stuff announced at FanFest. They also announced that White Knight Noel and Senator Roselia will be back, which was pretty dang cool. So if you guys missed out, just like the Halloween, they're going to bring that back. But that was all the news. That's everything they told me. I don't know anything else, guys, I promise. And I hope you guys are excited about it, because this Friday is when Cloud comes out, and I'm going to be pulling hard, because again, like I said, I need essentially 3 5-stars off that banner. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. So we're at the end of the video. I wanted to give my personal thoughts on FanFestas. And I really hope they come back. I think there is word they're coming back, I hope, from what I kind of overheard. I hope. I mean, I think they want to bring it back. They think it's amazing. They love the support from you guys. I mean, look how many people. I couldn't even fit everybody in this picture right here. How many people came out. Guys, I just want to say thank you. Holy hell, dude. You guys come up to me, make me smile, say, dude, I love your videos. It's helped me out so much. Dude, you're awesome. Keep up with what you're doing. And, I just want to say you guys are awesome. Without you guys, I'm nothing, man. I'm just a kid up here screaming, going Goku. I know some people don't like that, but, man, I just get so excited. And it's awesome to meet you guys in real life. Put a name, like a face to the name for maybe some of my Twitch viewers, some of my YouTube commenters. Some people couldn't make it, so I tried to do videos with their friends, be like, you could be here, you salty, joking, of course. I wish you all could have been there. But yeah, I really hope they keep doing them in the future. The thing is, guys, these things are done for free. These events are free. They're free, okay? I know they're not super free. You gotta pay to go, you gotta pay for the hotel, you gotta pay to travel, but you don't have to pay to get in. And this cost Square Enix and Gumi some money. They did it for the fans, and honestly, Hirono-san, Fujimoto-san, you guys are some of the coolest people I've ever met in my life. They're producers of the game. They help make the game. They're definitely trying to listen to what you guys want, implement that into the game. They asked me several times, and they asked some other people what we want in the game, what we like from the Japanese side, what maybe we don't like from the Japanese side. And they're total goofsters. They're total pranksters. They're total they're always got a smile on. I never saw them without a smile. They laugh. And Shali, guys, again, I said it in my other video, one of the most legit people I've ever met. Super kind, loves you guys to death, loves the community, wants you guys to be happy, tries to work really hard behind the scenes to make things happen. And so I, you know, show some respect to Shali. She is legit and knows quite a bit about everything going on, even more so than I do. So she's an amazing person, very, very kind. And then overall to the Square Enix staff that got me there, guys, thank you if you guys are watching this video. Give a shout out to Emily, Stephanie, Francis, Adam, and Eric. You guys are amazing. If I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. I may be forgetting it, but overall, guys, definitely worth going to if you've never been to one. Okay, again, if there's a raffle, I would sign up for one. Very, very cool thing to go to, and I've never experienced it from the audience point of view. I've always been on the stage, but this has given me such an opportunity. I've never done something like this. I'm always super nervous before I go out. I'm just like, they're playing like the live band music and it's getting you pumped up. Like, it's one of the things they always play this live band. Like, you can see them in the picture up there. They're the ones off to the side next to the Moogle. They produce such good music. Like, it's like get you your blood pumping. Amigo de Chocobo started playing and I was like, oh my god. Like, it's just awesome. And so overall, I just want to thank FFBE for doing these fan festas. Thank you guys so much for coming up to me and talking to me, taking pictures with me. Wanting my autograph sounds so fucking weird, but it was, I don't know, that was awesome for you guys. So you guys made me feel like like I'm doing something, right. So I appreciate you guys. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you feel about fan festas, and let them know you want more. That's what I'm saying. Go on Twitter, hashtag FFBE. I want more fan festas. I want to go. Please, 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 please. And subscribe for future content, guys. I'm excited to be back. No more trips for a while. We're going to do a lot of fun things together, all right? We'll catch you guys in the next video.